Hey guys, we are soon going to talk about WWE Evolve for this week. We are going to talk about the women's four-way for the inaugural WWE Women's Evolve Championship. Let's check out more of the red carpet reign.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we're here at the red carpet reign. We'll talk about WWE Evolve 2025 Week 13 recap. We're going to review of this week's episode of Evolve. Get the likes of us. We come into the red carpet reign. Now, before we start, these are the results that happened on Evolve. If we look as follows, this is everything that happened. We had a championship triple threat play-in match. We had tag team match, a vignette. We also had a promo. Then, of course, the main event at the end of the day was the inaugural of the four-way of the Women's Evolve Championship at the end of the day. And we also had Lee Laurel from LFG. If you guys watch LFG, she made her debut on WWE TV. She changed her name to Jen Tala. But other than that, let's get into it. Let's talk about the main stuff that was advertised on the show. Now, we had the triple threat play-in match. Jackson Drake, Lince, Dorado, and Jordan Oasis. These three men will get the final spot of the men's Evolve Championship, which will be next week on Evolve. Also, we also have, that was advertised, tag team match. We had Tyriek, Igwe, Tyson, DuPont versus Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel. Good tag team action. And then, of course, the main event that I just explained a second ago. We have the four women of Wendy Chu, Kelly Armstrong, Kendall Gray, and Kylie Ray. Great lineup for this as well. And they will fight for that championship to be the Women's Evolve champion. Now, we start off the show. Jackson Drake came out. He came out with the Vanity Project. You know how those guys do. Always in the camera, always want the attention, and always fanning off the fans and all such and such and somewhat. He came out first, then second came out. First time we seen him on TV was Lince, Dorado, Lucha, had the mask on. Different kind of character, to wear pink. Like I said, maybe you guys recognize him from Indies, or maybe he was on WWE Level Up, whatever. First time I've seen him. Then also we have Jordan Oasis. We see him a couple times. We see him in tag team action. But this time he's by himself, and all three of these men are fighting for the final spot in a four-way match for the men's four-way Men's Evolve Championship. Match started off good. It was good. Good offense from Jackson Drake. All three men had their share of offense at the end of the day. They all went back and forth. No outside interference from Vanity Project. We didn't get that. But it looked like Jackson Drake would almost lose, but he didn't. It was close. Had moments where Jordan Oasis had a near fall. Also, Lance, still trying to pronounce his name. He almost had it, but at the end of the day, it can only be one winner, and that winner is Jackson Drake. He got the pinfall over Jordan Oasis 1, 2, and 3. So Jackson Drake will be the final man to be in a four-way for the Men's Evolve Championship match for next week. Afterwards, he came out, cut a promo, talking about how he's going to be the inaugural Men's Evolve champion. He came out and he talked this stuff, he's cocky, he's arrogant. He got the confidence going on for himself. But other competitors came out later on. So who also came out with Jackson Drake? We had Super Sean Legacy, and we also had, I can't remember his name, but the guy that won last week, we had him come out. And then also the final man would be in that match would be Keanu Carver. Keanu Carver, he came out, and all men just start looking at each other. But this is going to be a good one. I can't wait for this match next week. I can't wait to see who's going to be the Men's Evolve champion for the first ever champion. But it's a good lineup. We got to see what happens next. Now, meanwhile, we did have Chuy Martinez. He did an interview with both Cappuccino and Jack Cartwheel. We haven't seen them on TV in a while. They look like they're energetic. They're ready to go. Cappuccino got his cappuccino, got his cup ready, everything. And they would get prepared for their matchup. Now, they came out first. The crowd was right behind them. Very unique entrance of both men. I think Cappuccino Jones gave his cappuccino cup to one of the kids in the crowd. But very, very good entrance, very good energy. One of the best tag teams, I would say, on Evolve. So if they introduce a tag team championship, hopefully these guys are the front runners to compete for that title. But anyway, we had Tyson and Tyriek come out. They've been looking good. They're a power tag team. They've been looking real good with Wesley. So they came out. They was all about business as usual. That's how they roll. But we saw this matchup. This was a good match. Very good, solid match. I like how both teams were working against each other. It's basically like they said in the promo, speed versus power. Tyriek and Tyson's all about power. And, of course, Jack and Cappuccino's all about speed. So these guys really showed that in this match. It could have went either way. But Tyson and Tyriek been on a roll lately. And they got the pinfall over Jack and Cappuccino. They got over them 1, 2, and 3. They win the match. That's the end of that. And, of course, since they've been on the roll, we saw Wesley come out later with them. They cut the promo. They're called the High Rise. So that's the name of the stable. Because I was wondering when they're going to have a name. Now, we see these guys, like I say, Evolve and on NXT, but mostly Evolve. And Wesley came through. So good win for those men. Now, later on, we saw Gentala, which is formerly known as Lee Laurel from LFG. She didn't win the contest, but she did get a spot on Evolve, signed her contract with Stevie Turner, the PM. So congratulations to Gentala. She is a part of Evolve now. She's eager to wrestle. So I'm waiting to see how they're going to use her on Evolve and how they're going to demonstrate her, with her in-ring skills and everything else. Now, we saw Carly Bright. She came out. Stevie Turner told her before, she know that she's friends with Kendall Gray. But for the women's championship match, there will be no interference. Nobody could be at ringside. So to prevent that, can no one be at ringside. And these two going to have a match next week. However, we got to the main event. We got Kendall Gray coming out first, looking at the championship, very confident. She's ready to get that match going. So we saw her come out first. Then next, we also came after her, we saw Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray also came out. She's also ready to go, have the happy smiley face. She's been down for the past couple weeks with a feud with Wendy Chu. But since she, got her last spot in there, she's been real happy, real energetic. Then the third woman that came out was Kelly Armstrong, the powerhouse of Evolve. Also confident, knowing in her mind she's going to win this championship. And last but not least, they came out. It was Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu, the dark character, she came out. Always looking serious, not playing around with anybody. Didn't have a pillow there, but we had to get ready to start on this match. So they showed the match. They showed all 4 women. They came out. They looked at each other. They know what's at stake here. And it's WWE Women's Evolve Championship. So this is an elimination style match, I might add. Very important championship. I like the design too, I like the design. It looks good. Now, it comes down to elimination style. Whoever's the last one eliminated, whoever eliminates the last woman standing, of course, will be crowned champion. But this will not be a one pinfall all. It has to be elimination style by each person. So we are waiting to see who eliminates who first and who ends up becoming champion. Now, this match started off good. We saw a lot of energy from Kylie Ray. We saw a lot of energy from Kendall Gray. They both was getting it in. It looked like Kylie Ray, I have to say, looked like she was the favorite to win the championship. Her and Kelly also like they were favorites. But we know it can only be one winner at the end of the day. Now, we saw Kelly Armstrong come back. She gets some good offense in. She had the power, use her strength and everything to that matter So we saw her get in as well. Wendy Chu looked like she was going and stuff as well. But we had to talk about the first elimination of the match. The first elimination of the match, it was Kylie Rae pinned Wendy Chu, her rival. And Wendy Chu is the first woman eliminated from the women's four-way championship match. And Kylie Rae was happy. Made she felt she advanced that. That was it for that one. Crazy, right? Then the next elimination in the match was Kendall Gray. Also, Kylie Rae eliminated her, just like Wendy Chu. She got her with the crucifix pin. And that was a shocking pin because I really expected to come down to Kendall Gray versus Kelly Armstrong. But instead, it came down to Kylie Rae versus Kelly Armstrong. So it looked good there. Like I said, both women went in. But at the end of the day, Kelly Armstrong hit the Cali connection on Kylie Rae. And she got the pinfall 1, 2, and 3. And there you have it, guys. We have an inaugural Women's Evolve champion. Favorite that I picked was Kelly Armstrong. She's the woman that I had my favorite to go in to win the whole thing. She had the most momentum. She had the most power. And we saw her on we also saw her on NXT. But she's won the championship. Great for her. Let's go over next week's matches as announced. We got Evolve next Wednesday. Carly Bright goes one-on-one against Gentala. Gentala makes her Evolve debut. That'll be our match. Can't wait to see how she's been working, what she's learned from being in the LFG program. Also next week, which I explained earlier, four-way match Idris Enofe, that's his name. Super Sean Legacy, Keanu Carver, Jackson Drake. Just like the women's, it's an elimination style. Whoever's the last one to eliminate everybody will be crowned the men's Evolve champion, the inaugural champion. But let me go over the review, what I think of this show. I have to say, very elite, 4.5 out of 5. I didn't see too many issues with this show. We got a new character introduced. We got a new champion crowned. And we have a match set for next week. So it's a win-win situation. But let's go over the key moments here that happened on Evolve for this week, because there were some key moments that I want to talk about. There were some very, very good moments that made the show stand out as a whole, because Evolve's definitely been doing their thing. But I'm going to go over the obvious, very, very obvious. Kelly Armstrong winning the Evolve Championship. This makes history for her. She looks good with this title. I wonder how she's going to defend it. I'm guessing she's gonna have some rivalries, but congratulations to Kelly Armstrong winning the championship. She looked good doing that. You know, standing tall. We had Natalya. She handed the championship to Kelly Armstrong. Kelly Armstrong, when she won, she did snatch it from Natalya. Natalya didn't like it. Could see Natalya fighting Kelly Armstrong in the near future. You never know. I could see that easily happening, because that's why Natalya, I don't think Natalya was there for no reason. Not just to introduce a new champion, but maybe be the first challenger for Kelly Armstrong. Just a thought, you know. Another key moment we'll talk about, of course, we got the men's championship next week, 2 weeks away. I said next week is 2 weeks away. Or was it next week? You know what? It could be next week. But the Evolve elimination style match, my favorite I got going in, Keanu Carver. The wild card could be Jackson Drake. That's who I have. Other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for WWE Evolve 2025 Week 13 recap. We're talking about this week's Evolve episode. You guys let me know what you think of Evolve. Check out the video below. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.